the next 35 minutes, we're going to talk all things small business. And I got a great guest to talk about it. So we're going to do our introduction and we're going to bring Stacey Vaughn on in a few moments. Let's go, everybody. Good morning. Happy Motivation Monday.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WALTERHSIMS. That's Cash App, $Walter H. Sims.
Everybody, I am excited about our show today. Hey Facebook, hey YouTube. No longer, we don't have Periscope anymore. Periscope is going away, but our Restream is figuring out how to go live on Twitter as we speak since Periscope is going away. Good morning, Mama. Hope everybody had an awesome weekend. We got quite a few things to talk about today, but before we jump into the show, I got a great guest, a good friend of mine. We met at a networking event, and networking is so powerful, and that's something in business that they stress, but you got to pay attention to it because to me, it's one of the most critical components in being successful in the entrepreneurial world is networking, the strength of working with other business owners. So without any further ado, a great friend of mine, D-Unity, aka co-CEO, Mrs. Stacey Vaughn. Let me pull her in here. Come on, let's come out of the green room. There she is. Good morning, Stacey. How you doing, young lady?
Good morning. I'm great. It's Monday.
We ought to have a theme song, right? It's Monday. Well, listen, real quickly, introduce yourself to everybody. Who is Stacey Vaughn and D-Unity?
Stacey Vaughn, co-owner of D-Unity Group. My husband and I own the company for almost 14 years this year.
Okay.
Former government employee. I spent 10 years working in government. I started very young. I was 20 years old.
Okay.
And then I spent another almost 15, 20 years working Department of Defense as a contractor.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so you've been pretty busy.
I've been playing in this for a while.
This is pretty awesome. So let's ask this because every entrepreneur has that moment that they go ahead and jump out of the corporate airplane, and they say, you know what, give me my parachute, I'm gone. What was your moment? What was the defining moment for you to say, you know what, I need to be doing this for myself?
Well, there was a common thing, and I think a lot of people will get this, is when I worked for a corporate entity and I was helping businesses,
right,
I would get my hand slapped. Stop helping them.
Oh, wow.
After a while, your hand gets tired of getting slapped, right?
Okay.
So then I spent 2 years overseas in the Middle East supporting our soldiers for Iraq. And I was on a contract, and I realized, my life was worth a lot more than $1 million.
How about that?
That's the insurance. And then I also realized that
this is good.
I could be doing this and making millions of dollars that I had supported another company and made them millions of dollars.
Wow.
Some realization. So I was ready to leave, but I also feel like I gained a strong base,
That's good.
And I think small business owners, they need to build a good, strong base. And you have to be the strong base and then bring people on as you're going. what I'm seeing now in my tenure of doing business is they want to start a small business, but then they want everybody else to be their base. It can't be.
That's exactly right. You have to be your strongest support system, right?
Yeah, right.
That's good.
And I always say this, because I just said this in a women's networking group. Are you a great employee for your business? Or do you need to fire yourself?
Wow. Say that again. Say it again. That's a very important.
Are you a good employee for your company? Or do you need to fire yourself?
Wow. Because you know something that I realized, and I think it was during one of our conversations, a lot of people say, you know, when you work for yourself, you'll never work another day in your life. That's not true. Because how many hours on average do you work a day?
I'm probably at good 12.
Yeah.
A good 12 hours.
Yeah.
But people would have to understand, I'm an early bird. So I wake up early, I'll do my, personal time.
That's good.
But as soon as I literally say, what time do you open your business?
That's awesome.
And are you sitting? Are you making phone calls?
You got to make phone.
Yeah, you got to make phone calls. So I really do diligently try to be in the office by 9 o'clock.
That's awesome.
Now, some days, like later this afternoon, my husband has a doctor's appointment. I need to help support him. Then I will take that time, but I need to make up that time some other way.
That is awesome. You are just such you're just phenomenal. That's good. So listen, the real thing we want to talk about and kind of start with last year, because it's been a year now that the pandemic, we have been pandemic life, pandemic live. How has the pandemic impacted your business?
For us, we have grown, which is great, but it's also growing pains. Realize that. Those growing pains can be very painful.
Now, okay, unpack that a little bit. What does that look like for the Unity?
So we, it was always Roger and I, we would add consultants. Now we're adding back office, administrative assistant, calendar, so that's the part that's very difficult. I can say that. Okay. I've had assistants and stuff like that in the past, but they have never met some standard. And you got to decide what that standard is. Right. So, and I'm learning this too. As a business owner, I have a coach, and she's been telling me what's your standard of expectation, and that's what I've had to realize.
That's good because it's hard finding. Speaking of that, it's hard finding somebody that's gonna love your business, your baby, as much as you do, and put forth that same effort.
Right. So I think the other thing is, you have to take advantage of the situation. Yes, it was a pandemic. Yes, there's some businesses. But if you haven't, literally the word being pivot, haven't realigned yourself with something different, then you were never meant to be a small business owner.
Wow.
Because
that's good.
I've talked to several of them. I know a lady who does event coordinating. I get it that we're not doing physical. I'm like, how else can you support these businesses?
Right.
So you have to readjust the situation. And then also to say, hey, I get to this point, I need a coach to push me.
That's good.
If you think about our top athletes, what do they all have?
They have a coach.
A coach. A specific coach. Let's just say it this way. I know there's life coaches and all these other coaches, but a coach that has performance in building businesses.
That's good.
A coach that can give you process, or a coach that can help you win government contracts, because there's different coaches for different things.
Right. That's good.
I'm a big soccer fan, and if you look at Premier Soccer League, you've got the general manager, the head coach. Then he's got all these specialty coaches. That's right.
Offense, defense, that's good. That is good. So Stacey, speaking to the small business, what should small businesses be doing to get some help, get some economic help from the government? Because that $1.9 trillion stimulus package has been signed by President Biden. The stimulus checks are going out to everybody individually, but what's in it for small business? How can we get some help that we need economically? What do we need to be doing?
Right. So this is what I'm saying to a lot of, on the stimulus check, for personally, If you don't need it personally, invest it in your business. Become another investor. The other thing is there's banks and all that. There's the traditional stuff. But there's some great non-traditional funders out there that want to invest in your business.
That's awesome.
That you need to look into and have that conversation. Now, let me just say this. You better be set to have that conversation because they want to know and look under every rock of where's your profit and loss.
Right.
What's the contracts coming out? Who are your teaming partners? You cannot do this alone.
Say that again. Teamwork makes the dream work.
You cannot do this alone. You have to have teaming partners. And I just had a conversation with my team that's doing a bid. Teamwork. And I said, and what's the contingency plan? Because what I have seen on my end, on the other side of the table is award a contract, and then they're going, oh, now what? Well, now it's time to perform.
You have to perform. That is so good. That is so good, Stacey. And so unpack this a little bit. When you say teaming partners, what does that look like?
So teaming partners I am not a marketing person. I see a vision, I build businesses, but I don't do websites. I don't do social media.
Right.
I have a whole teaming partner. That's what they do. I bring them on when I need them. I don't use them all. I mean, we have like a monthly strategy, that kind of stuff, but I use them for specific or as we're growing. In this day and age, you need to spend the money to build a website. You need to spend the money to have an email, corporate email that with your domain, not the Gmail and Yahoo and all that.
Right. Because AOL.
AOL. I know. I couldn't believe AOL still existed. For my age. But I will also say, if you put those investments in, they will come back tenfold. I will tell you that was one of the first things we did. We didn't hesitate to say, well, we got Gmail, it's Stacey@gmail.com. No.
Right.
We've created, and it is so cost effective now compared to when we started a business.
No excuse. None. That's exactly right. No excuses now. So let's go back to this real quick. And you talked about earlier growing pains. You got the funding. Yes. Every business wants to explode and blow up, but that has growing pains. So unpack that a little bit. In your world, what does growing pains look like?
Growing pains mean, hey, we need more services, or we need more support team members, but how are we going to pay them? Okay. How many more contracts do we need? How many more, what does the revenue need to look like? Those kind of things. The other thing, growing pains is, hey, I won a contract, but I'm not going to get paid for 60 to 90 days.
Wow.
How do I manage until I get the first invoice?
Okay.
Those are growing pains. Growing pains is saying, hey, I don't know it all, and how do I add a sharp individual? They may be smarter than you. That's okay.
That's all right.
It's their value,
That is so good. I am, and you say you love being in business for yourself, don't you?
You know what? I literally can tell people that my time freedom is priceless.
That's exactly right. And having the opportunity to carve out some time for us this morning, this is priceless. And I appreciate our friendship so much. And again, talk about the power of networking. Why is networking so important for small business?
I think one thing is, go to networking looking for this is how I see it.
Okay.
How I vote for networking. I look for networking as who's a good teaming partner, who can do stuff that I don't do.
That's good. I like that word.
When you and I met, I realized I am not good at the MC, dog and pony show. I'm good at process. I'm good at pushing, but he would be great if we did an event.
That's right.
Or that in another business owner. The other thing is, and you need to save and find them, who are what I call feeders for your business. Who could feed you?
I like that.
Our business is attorneys, CPAs, bankers. Sometimes it's financial advisors who are working with small business. Mm-hmm. But know it inside and out. Like, understand that. Who is my feeder? Because if I feed them, then they can feed me.
That's right.
It's back and forth situation.
It's a win-win situation.
Win-win situation, you know, because we're too busy going, well, I need this kind of client and I need this. It's like, but if you keep saying I need,
right,
nothing happens. But if you say, hey, I need support, or I need,
right,
partner, or I need to look for a feeder. I mean, people are like, what do you mean feeder? I just say that feeders are people that work together. So when we go to the buffet, we all get to eat. That's right.
Well, because it's enough. It is enough for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So what's next for the Unity Group?
Actually, ironically, we may have some. We've done some overseas work, and I think it may be coming back around, which is exciting. And I'm also about saying it out loud, because sometimes that's what you need.
Right.
I think we're looking at understanding and supporting different industries better too. Right now, logistics, truck driving is a big one right now, so we're supporting a lot of those. But I do see a lot of cybersecurity going on, technology.
Okay.
Of course, healthcare is because of the COVID.
Right.
I understand that there's a lot of physicians, a lot of hospitals, clinics. They still don't know how to get access to the federal money.
Right.
So we're supporting in different arenas, probably a little differently than what we traditionally would have done before.
That is so awesome. That is so. Where are you finding in your world? We're talking about marketing and social media, etc. So in your world, where are you finding the biggest bang for your social media dollar?
If you're in business, you should be on LinkedIn.
All day and twice on Sunday.
Yeah. And fill out that profile completely.
LinkedIn.
With the back, if you don't have a backdrop like I do on your LinkedIn page, you're kind of like, okay, so you kind of put the paperwork together.
Okay.
And also, my other thing, I'm seeing a lot of small businesses, and I totally appreciate that you can have multiple streams of income, but focus on one and get it down pat. Get it down pat.
Focus on one.
Focus on one, get it down pat. Then add the second. But when you're going to a networking group, you need to make a decision which one I'm going to talk about, and just talk about that one.
That is so good.
Don't tell me, by the way, I make pies, and then I make sweaters. And
hey, what you say? I'm a carpet cleaner.
I'm a carpet cleaner. Oh, and by the way, I'm a speaker. It's like, it's like too much.
That is, girl, that is so awesome. So let me ask this. We got a few more minutes. I know you're busy. Let me ask this. What would you tell the Stacey, Vaughn, and D Unity 10 years ago when you first started? What is that one thing that you learned in the last 10 years that you wish you had known 10 years ago?
I have got a couple of them. One is, don't stress. Like, as much as we are stressed out, is don't stress about the little stuff. The second thing is, don't worry. I mean, I would never use our own money like we did.
Okay.
We used our own 401k to get our business started. So I wouldn't have done that again.
Right.
But I would also will tell you, when we stopped stressing about the financials, things fell into place.
Wow. So you're saying I know making money is a focal point, but it shouldn't be the focal point.
Right.
Wow, that is so powerful. She just stated some of the things that she would have liked to have known 10 years ago when she started in business. Girl, that is so powerful. That is so powerful. So if you had to do it all over again, would you jump into business?
I think I would have done it sooner.
Who you telling, girl? Yeah. Because I spent 30 years in corporate America, and it was okay, but like you said, sooner would have been a little bit better. So how can people go ahead?
Well, and then I also will tell you, I had a friend of mine say to me, "Aren't you getting tired of getting your hand slapped?" And that was like the realization.
Wow. Because see, corporate America wants you to be great for them, but they don't want you to be great.
Right.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. That is so awesome. Well, how's your husband doing? How's Brother Roger doing?
With your face.
Roger. There he is. Man, listen, the only way I could be better right now if I was a Vaughn.
Well, I am so honored, sir, that you would say that. Thank you so much.
Man.
Turning coffee up to my beautiful, lovely wife.
Man, listen, you guys are what we call a power couple, man. We just love y'all so much, man.
Well, we greatly appreciate you, sir, and likewise, we appreciate the compliment. Like everything else, it's a struggle sometimes, but you know what? It's all good at the end.
Yeah, we say down here in the South, it comes out in the rinse.
Exactly. Comes out in the rinse.
Yeah. So, Miss Stacey, how can people get in touch with you and the Unity Group?
So you can email us at team@D and then a little dash and then Unity UNITY group GROUP.com. So Unity Group is together. And our phone number is 678-701-8495. Feel free to text us, email, and of course you can find me on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Well, that is so good. I appreciate you so much. So give a quick tip. So if people want to look for those feeders, how can people get in touch with what the government is doing for small businesses?
So, of course, you can go into the SBA and look in your technical centers, but also look at some of these bigger corporate partners.
Okay.
I noticed T-Mobile is bringing out some stuff out there. Get involved in hearing what they have to share, because you may find a carrot in there that could help your business grow. I know there's several universities that are looking for small businesses for some of their opportunities. So start stuff in your backyard.
University. Okay. I'm taking that nugget for myself. I like that university. That's good. That's a good word. Well, listen, thank you. It's so cliche. Thank you is so, that's what you say, but I want you to know how much I appreciate you.
I'm here for you. You know that.
Well, what? Hard hands?
Hard hands, yeah.
Well, listen, love you, and give Roger a high five for me, and see you real soon, okay?
Yes, see you sooner than later, right?
Yes, ma'am. All right. Listen, y'all, that was Miss Stacey Vaughn, y'all. That is my friend. Listen, on Wednesday, my next guest on Wednesday, ladies, this is National Women's History Month, and you guys need to take care of yourselves, and we love you. We want you to know that we love you, okay? Ladies, we love you. And we have a special guest, Nurse Quita. They call her NurseQ. And she's going to be with us on Wednesday afternoon at 4:30. We got a special time Wednesday based on her schedule. So Wednesday, we're going to have a very special guest talking about women's health and wellness. That is so important for us as well. But for women, you guys do so much for so many. And a lot of times you are last in line to take care of you. And so your health is your wealth. Okay. And so we're going to talk about things: spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. I can't stress this enough, guys, and hear me well. You got to take care of yourself. And you just heard Stacey say 12 hours a day on average, and it's only 24 hours in a day. So half of your day you're working. You got to find that space to take care of you, because you're at the center of everything that you do. And especially when you have a baby, something that us men cannot relate to. You guys, when y'all have a baby, that throws you into another box. You know what I'm saying? And so we're just going to have a great conversation Wednesday talking with Nurse Q. And I met her when I did another interview with Lisa, the Oprah Winfrey of TikTok. And she's coming back because we got something else to talk about in relationship space. So listen, tune in Wednesday. We got a great show lined up. So listen, guys, sit tight. And we're going to run to a quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WALTERHSIMS. That's Cash App, Walter H. Sims. Hey.
All right. Listen, this headline is making me shake my head. This is a shaking my head moment. Stacey Dash, 2012, 2016, threw her hat in the ring with the Republican Party. And I mean, she just locked horns and hooked up to the Trump train. And she was just all things Donald Trump. But here recently, she's changing her tune. Stacey Dash apologized for past controversies, i.e., why you working with Donald Trump? Why you on Fox News? But Stacey Dash apologized for past controversies. I was the angry conservative black woman. I was the angry conservative black woman. I'ma just say this. You can't, if you on a losing team, you can't change jerseys now. You got to take the L. Take the L. Say, you know what? Hey, I was out of pocket. A lot of black people, black conservatives, are trying to change their tune now. But you can't say now, oh, I want to be on y'all team now. Well, you gotta, stake your flag. Stake your flag. We always knew supporting Donald Trump was not a good thing to do. We always knew the Republican Party is not the party for the people. We always knew that, we being sensible black people. And now that you know their true colors, and she made a statement that what happened on January the 6th, oh, that was awful. That was appalling. Your daddy black, your mama Mexican. Okay? You're a woman of color. And even on her call sheet, if you will, and that may be the wrong name for it, but on her bio for acting, she said she was white. Well, not if your mama is Mexican, and I don't want to offend nobody, so I'm just saying what I saw on Wikipedia. Her mama was Mexican. Her dad is black. So where are you white? You might look light skinned, but when the rubber meets the road, you're a black woman. You're a sister. Okay? And so a lot of black people are realizing, you know what? They don't like us very much. No, you think? Just by the conversation, white supremacy is a thing. But anyway, that's just making me shake my head. I'm not gonna delve too much into that, but bless her heart. So we took back your annual pass. We revoked your black card. You can't come to the cookout. Right. Her dad is Dennis Dash. You can't come to the cookout. All right, I'm about to get deep in a minute, y'all. All my parents, I need y'all to listen up. All right. Kirk Franklin's son releases explicit audio of their conversation. His son is 33 years old, his estranged son. They have been having issues his entire life, his son's entire life. Carry on. And so Kirk Franklin has to pause. That's right, Miss Vanessa. Kirk Franklin had to pause yesterday and issue this statement.
Many of you know I have an older son named Carrion Franklin. In May, he'll be 33. For many years, we have had a toxic relationship with him as a family. We've tried for many years through counseling, through therapy, to try to rectify this private family matter. Recently, my son and I had an argument that he chose to record. I felt extremely disrespected in that conversation, and I lost my temper. And I said words that are not appropriate. And I'm sincerely sorry to all of you. I sincerely apologize. I want you to know as a father that during that conversation, I called the family therapist and got that therapist on the phone to try to help. He never played that part of the recording. I'm not perfect. I'm human and I'm going to make mistakes and I'm trying to get it right. Please keep me and my family in your prayers.
Now, Kirk, of course, owes his son an apology, not us. His son owes his dad an apology. He should not have leaked that audio, but that shows you where he is. Kirk apologized because, you know, when you're in the spotlight, you're in the spotlight, you're in the spotlight. And especially if you holding up that bloodstained banner, people gonna expect you to operate at a little higher octave. But which one of us that is a parent have not allowed our children to take us there? Y'all come on now. He that without sin today cast a first stone. Y'all better help me. I told him, I commented on his Instagram. I said, you don't owe us an apology. Handle your business. This is none of our business. Every mama and daddy understands you're going to have that child. Now, on the flip side, you're going to ask a question, and since I'm a coach, why Kirk Franklin and his son can't get along all these years? Of course, Kerryon has his position. Kirk has his position. Okay? And he admitted, we've tried to work on this thing. Now, again, there's two sides to every story. Well, three sides. Kirk's side, Kerryon's side, and the truth. But we do know this. They don't get along that much or that well. I don't know if they're going to be at the family reunion together. Hello? But the bottom line is, relationships are tough. Parent-children relationships are hard. And then when you throw in, I'm an icon. Exactly. I'm an icon. And I'm a religious leader. I'm a spiritual leader. People expect different. And being in ministry, relationships are just tough. You would think, and I can attest to this, you would think that we would be very proficient also when it comes to relationships. Not so much. And thank you, Ms. Vanessa. Kirk is not with Kerryon's mom. That's a variable. So his mama probably has not the best view of Kirk Franklin. So that's going to spill over to the son. Me and my children's mother have divorced. So their affinity is more toward mama than me. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand Kirk. But if there's bad blood, we don't need to air that out in public. Because Kerryon conveniently did not post how they got there and why Kirk was so hyped. You feel what I'm saying? So you can have your opinion, but at the end of the day, we all need to work on relationships. It's tough. Relationships are tough. I don't care how much Jesus you got. I don't care how much Holy Ghost you got. I don't care how much praise and worship you do. We in this thing called flesh. And our flesh gets out of control. And that's why James 1:19 says, be slow to speak, slow to wrath, and quick to hear. Kerryon, Kirk. And you got to be emotions run high, and we're in a pandemic. Everybody is on edge. It's just a lot. It's just a lot going on right now. But he asked for prayer. Kirk asked for prayer. Kerryon didn't announce that. Kirk asked for prayer. But Kirk needs to go ahead and apologize to Kerryon and say, you know what? And hey, Wilma, and you know what? If Kirk listens to that, maybe you can go one or two ways. I'm done with you permanently. I'm done. Kirk to Kerryon. I'm done. I done tried with you, and look at how you threw me under the bus. Or Kirk can finally sit down to the table and say, you know, son, it's gone too far. What must I do to make it right? What do I need to do? Because 33 years is hard to make up for. and Carry On is hurt, he would love to be close to his dad. And I don't know that, I don't know all the variables about, but I do know this. It's bad blood. What did old Taylor Swift sing? There's bad blood. It's bad blood now. And that's unfortunate. But relationships are tough. Relationships are tough. I understand a little bit. I empathize with Kirk. It's gonna be all right. Everything is gonna be all right. All right, let's jump up. Let's jump in. Yeah, I know, right? We'll talk about that Wednesday. I'll be back Wednesday. We'll talk about that Wednesday. I know, right? We'll see. Let's look at the COVID numbers, see if they're going up. It's spring break. During the coaching segment this morning, what do you want? Decide what you want. I know I come back to this so much, but like Stacey talked about it a little bit, I want to talk about, I'm coaching right now. Somebody needs to hear this today. What do you want? Why is that one of the hardest questions for us to answer? What do you want? You hear people say more times than not, I don't know. What do you want for Miss Vanessa, Wilma, Shalonda? What do you want to eat? I don't know. We can't even decide on what we want to eat half the time. This is hard. This is the hardest question to answer. And then when it comes to relationship, it comes to your private life, your personal life, your business life. This is the question that hangs us up the most. What do you want? Right, Miss Vanessa? I know I'm not satisfied. Y'all, I feel good today. I know I'm not satisfied. I don't know what it is I want, but I know I want something. Why do you think you need a coach? Why do you think Stacey said you need a coach that's going to push you in the direction that you need to go in? I got all the data. Come on, I'm leaning you this way. You got to finally decide. This is Motivation Monday. If your get up and go has gotten up and gone, is that really the direction you need to be going in? At the end of the day, nobody can answer this question but you. What do you want? So let me give you some homework. Finally decide to have what you want. Do it right now. And do you know it's scary to have what you want? Because Miss Stacey was talking about we're having growing pains. You want bigger business. You want more business. Now that you have more business, it's scary. Because, see, it's a difference between making 10 chocolate chip cookies and making 1,000. Then there's a difference between making 1,000 and making 10,000. Y'all don't hear me, because does the 10,001 cookie taste as good as cookie number one? I wish I had a praying church right now. Do you feel me? So you need to decide, and I'm asking you, I'm looking in the webcam. What do you want? Post this to your social media platform today. Ask your followership. What you want? Post that. What do you want? You bound it. You bound what? Personal, private, corporate, business. What do you want? You bound it. What do you want in your business? What do you want in your personal life? What do you want in your relationship? What do you want spiritually? What do you want emotionally? What do you want at the end of the day? Only you can answer that question. Okay. All right.
You know me? Huh? You know me? Yes. You know me? Yes. You know me? Yes.
Women, the most attractive thing to a man. Oh, hold on. Let me get that love icon. I just got another one. There we go. Men, the most attractive thing to a woman is a man who can handle her making more money. I saw somebody ask this question the other day, and man, it was thousands of responses. But the most consistent one was, oh, I don't mind. See, it doesn't matter until it matters. Men, the most attractive thing to a woman is a man who can handle her making more money. And then we'll talk about Wednesday, women, the most attractive thing to a man is a woman who doesn't hold this over their head. But we'll talk about that Wednesday. But men, the most attractive thing to a woman is the man who can handle her making more money. I'm not intimidated. Because again, what did Stacey talk about? Teaming partners. Teaming partner. We on the same team. If you make more money than me, it's not a problem. I am comfortable in my position. But you got to handle this right. We bring in this. Hey, you got 8 apples. I got 1. But together we got 9. Oh, I wish I had some help. Because if you got 8 apples, but you really need 9, my 1 is powerful. I watched Alabama and LSU play in the SEC championship game last night. Now, the leading scorer for LSU scored 30 points in the game. But the game was 1.7 seconds left in the game, and Wofford for LSU had the last shot, and he missed it. So Alabama won 80-79. So all those points Wofford scored, it pales because it doesn't matter now because we lost by 1. All those 30 points, you needed 32. He needed for him to have scored 32. Hey, man, come on, Mike. Come on now. You feel me? Somebody needs to hear this today. Men, the most attractive thing to a woman is a man who can handle her making more money. Men, you got to understand. Women, you got to understand. This is a team sport. Relationship is a team sport. We're in this together. So if you bring in 8 apples, I got 1 apple, you got 8, I got 1, but together we got 9. Boom! Come on, somebody. You feel me? You feel me? I saw that game, Miss Vanessa. You feel me? You got 8, I got 1, together we got 9. And if we need 9 apples, your 8 don't matter. My 1 doesn't matter, but together 9 matters. Men, come on, tighten your belt, men. We gotta understand, don't be intimidated. If your baby makes more money than you, it's all good. We can go more places. Y'all better get this thing together. Oh, I need some help, Miss Vanessa. I saw that game, y'all. Ohio State won by 1 point. Relationship is a team sport. We in this together. I love y'all. I love my show. I love this, y'all. I love spending time with y'all. One more segment and we out of here. Peppermint leather. I don't know what I want, Dr. Sims. I don't know what I want. This is driving some folks to drink. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. Decide. Right? We don't know what we want. I don't know what I want, Dr. Zim. Help me. Okay. I got a small prescription. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. I don't know what I want. What you need to do, number 1, decide to stop settling. Because since you don't know what you want, you'll just take anything. And that's not a good action plan. Number 1, decide to stop settling. Number 2, give yourself permission to have what you want. And maybe we need to flip that order. Give yourself permission to have what you want. And number 2, decide to stop settling. Y'all need help? Book an appointment with me. Just go ahead and say, you know what? I can't have what I want. Yeah, get here. Come on, let's go. I love y'all so much. Come on, give it here. Okay. Don't forget, let's see, Wednesday, NurseQ, Quita. NurseQ is going to be with us, and we're going to talk about women's health and wellness. Y'all bring your notebook and pen especially for Wednesday, and we got to get you guys right. We got to get y'all right. Okay? We got to get you right. Yeah. And you got to take care of yourself for us. We need you. Okay? We love y'all. Hard hands. Love y'all. All right? We're going to play another commercial. We got to get out of here. I love y'all so much. And remember, guys, to donate to the Dr. Sims Daily Show. We having a good time, and more guests are coming. Next month is Black Women's History Month, so I think we've been doing pretty good as far as I guess. But we got a great lineup for next month. My sister's gonna kick it off on April the 1st. I'm excited about Miss Benita Sims, Minister Benita Sims coming, and so we're gonna have a good conversation on that day. Then my goddaughter on the 2nd. So her daughter, her baby, we about to celebrate her first birthday on April the 14th. Oh, time flies. Time flies, doesn't it? Doesn't wait on anybody. All right, I love y'all. And remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WalterHSims. That's Cash App, $Walter H. Sims.